What is up, my fellow budget travelers? So today I just had the best wrap and then my flight got delayed. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make a video about all the food at Laguardia. So they've got so much stuff now. It's crazy and it's so good. So check this out. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how much some souvenirs are too. First off, no matter what time of the day it is, I know you're going to need some coffee. So LaGuardia Terminal B does have a Starbucks. Here's some of the prices, and they also have Dunkin Donuts. This line is usually crazy, just to warn you. This is probably the longest line. And part of that is because they have these weird kiosks for you to order from, but there is a person there too. If the line is too long for coffee at those two spots, there's Zaro's Family Bakery. They've got a whole selection of lattes, mochas, all sorts of stuff. And they've also got a number of breakfast sandwiches as well as just snacks and things like that. LaGuardia also has a number of grab and go spots like Elise Essentials. This stop is actually towards the top of my list because they've got a bunch of different gourmet things. They also offer like sushi and sandwiches. Then they've got like yogurt and cake and things like that. They also have this like hot station over here with breakfast sandwiches and things like that. So I'm just going to show you some of the other stuff so you get an idea of the pricing here at LaGuardia. But generally speaking, this is kind of the average rate for everything that you're going to find here. I would say the cheapest grab and go was Queen's Corner over here. They had $2 water, which was super cheap. And then they also had this $9.99 meal where you get a drink, chips, and a sandwich, which I thought that was a pretty good deal, being that most of the sandwiches at LaGuardia go for like $15 or so. They've also got a number of snacks, which seemed pretty expensive, like $7 for like fruit snacks. That's kind of ridiculous. But in terms of like gum and stuff like that, that was kind of like basic pricing that it would be anywhere else. Now let's move on to more of some of the restaurants and the like fast food places. So this Green Leafs was so good, guys. I think this was kind of the best bang for your buck, honestly. It's healthy food, and I think it's pretty reasonably priced for an airport. They also have smoothies and stuff like that, so I really like this place. I was surprised to see that they have a barbecue spot at LaGuardia. They've got hot chicken here, they've got chicken tenders, they've got pulled pork, all sorts of yumminess here. I mean, look at those loaded fries. I was also surprised to see a noodle bar. It's just not something you expect to see in an airport, and their menu looked really good. They even have Junior's here at the airport, which if you guys don't know, Junior's is known for their cheesecake. So not only do they have sandwiches and things like that, but they've also got plenty of cheesecake for you to have. They've got little mini ones. They have little individual pieces. So this was really cool. They also offer coffee and tea here too. I would say Tony and Benny's pizza spot was probably the most popular spot. I mean, I saw a lot of people carrying around pizza boxes, so definitely check that out if you're looking for pizza. Dos Tauros was also another popular spot. You could tell their portions must be huge. Like, this line was really long, and I thought their pricing was pretty fair too. NY Creperie actually surprised me. They have acai bowls here, which I thought was pretty cool, but they're known mostly for their crepes, and they've got a bunch of different desserts, and they also have like savory snacks as well, but it was mostly desserts at this spot. If you're looking for more of that classic fast food experience, Wendy's was the only really like name brand that I saw while I was here. They also have Shake Shack, which was down closer to the gates. So there are a number of options besides just the food court area. They're kind of scattered throughout the terminal. You'll find some other like coffee stops, and then there's a number of different restaurants as well. And most of these restaurants will be like a sit down enclosed area, so you can only sit in there if you're eating at that particular restaurant. And I think part of that is because most of the restaurants do serve alcohol. So this is where you're going to want to go if you want to get a drink. I'd sit at the bar, or they have different charging stations throughout all the different restaurants as well. And I would say the most fun bar is this little bar over here. It's kind of hidden, but it's really fun, and there's a lot of people always sitting here, and it's always really loud with loud music. So this is the spot to go if you're looking to have a little bit of a party. And I also want to briefly touch upon the different lounges. Remember that you can get a lounge pass, or if you have one of these credit cards, it's included with your credit card. And now that you've seen all the pricing, realize that $50 to go hang out in a lounge with unlimited drinks and food is a pretty good option. So just to throw it out there if you have a long delay or something. And keep in mind, it's only for departures. You can't go in there if it's arrivals. All right, you've made it this far. So as I promised, here's an idea of what some of the pricing is at the airport compared to what you would get in Manhattan. Just so you know, if you need to wait to get to the airport before you buy your souvenirs, or if you want to get them while you're in Times Square and things, I feel like they're pretty much the same as you would buy in the city. So why not just wait till you're at the airport? Then you don't have to lug all that stuff around. But here's an idea of the pricing just so you know. If you want to see more of LaGuardia, make sure you check out this video here. Otherwise, this is the next one that YouTube thinks you're going to like the most. I'll see you there.